everybody, and welcome back to Subslide Dubslide, a comprehensive anime podcast. It's your boy Jay, aka Versace Vegeta. It's session number 67, and I'm here with my dogs, Dee and LJ. How y'all doing?
What's going on, Brother Jay? What's going on, people? We are back at it again. Somber day. Time is winding up. You know, the days are long, but the time flies.
That's true.
We really coming to a close with this season. I want to say, again, thanks for everybody being a part of this shit. Thanks to my cats, like Jay, Brother LJ, y'all cooked, man. It was a blast to really just sit here and grind Gundam, like really dig in, not just on the rewatch, but to try to critically break apart the series for what they were. Like, and to me, it's one of the highlights for me of the year.
Likewise,
I couldn't have a better experience covering anime. Like this for me, like revitalized shit. Half my hobbies. I did. Never in a million years when I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead on Premium Bandai and go ahead and buy me some jackets, or I'm gonna go buy me a figure, or I'm gonna buy me a kid. I haven't done that in so long.
I feel that.
And like it's really realistically, it's because of this pod. Like it's really this pod. Like I again, these seasons, like again, they're more entertainment for myself than it is for y'all sometimes. But like, again, it gives me a good reason to just dive into media. Like me on my own accord, I'm not really watching shit like that on the reg. And you just gotta work hard. You gotta work hard for the money.
Yeah.
So when I have a chance to, like, a perfect reason,
sit down and enjoy some shit.
Sit down and enjoy some shit with the fellas, and then know that I could talk, wax poetic, I could even incoherent speak about this shit. Man, it's fun. Man, this is the greatest hobby to me. Like, super swaggy. Again, like I said, thank y'all for this season.
Absolutely.
Man, we ended off with literally the faces with the franchise. You bitch ass niggas, Bandai, Sunrise. Y'all thought y'all was gonna replace the GOATs, the legends.
Never.
It don't matter how much J-pop you could put. No matter how much generic JRPG shit. You could find them, the Yamamoto, you could find the Momoshi. I don't give a shit what you can find. You can't top the legends, nigga. You definitely can't top the one that we talking about. So, again, super pumped episode. This gonna be a blast. I'm telling y'all, niggas.
It really is.
I never go ahead and say on a day of a pod, like, this is gonna be fire while recording said pod. But this is gonna be a banger. Spiritual shit.
Yeah,
Amuro
man.
Ray, man.
I mean,
Amuro Ray, man. Shit.
Man, D said it all. He took the words right out of my mouth, man. Like, listen, it's been a great season. It's been a fun season. This has been, like, Gundam is so expansive. And doing something like Best Pilots is so fun because throughout this season you kind of start to understand what each of us individually actually like values in a pilot and values in a protagonist. And like sometimes we may have different opinions on things, but end of the day, I hope all y'all understand and know that the biggest thing y'all need to take away from this is that all three of us got taste.
Yeah, we swag with it. And we don't watch Bleachu Kaisen talking about Black Fascists. We not over here talking about, and me and the boys, we trying to get y'all taste right. But like, no, some of y'all seasonal shits is not hitting or nothing. That shit declined at every store. All this shit y'all been trying to recommend, niggas, it's not cutting the mustard. So take it from us, nigga. When we speak about some of these animes, no, we're not trying to be elitist, but like it's to explain y'all. It's just for y'all for y'all.
Broaden them horizons, man.
Like a lot of niggas do not like Mecha, which is crazy to me because
like, thing. Yes, Mecha has such a weird like. I don't fuck with Mecha in the Western fandom, and I don't understand why, because all of the things that people love in media across the board are all in Mecha.
Nigga, it happens in space. Like, you never grew up and said, like, how cool space would be. Y'all niggas had no, like, if you were a child and the idea of being in space never came to mind, you really might have just been one of them kids that I would not share my animal crackers with. Man. Your soul is so way down. You are such a bother. You is an old type all the way. How you don't want to talk about like spaceships? That don't sound cool. Like, even some of the lamest of people in this world still have an obsession with shit like Mars, and to a degree, like, I find it like it's killed to me. Like we keep the hope alive, even though we know it ain't gonna happen. But yeah. I like the idea. We like the idea of space. If you don't like Mecha shit, I don't know why. Maybe you was watching sad ass Neon Genesis Evangelion and you thought that all Mecha was gonna be super sad and depressing, or you watched Code Beep ass, and then like you watched that and you saw them in like doing some weird ass poses and thought that this is just Mecha, it's all. And it's like, no, this is an expansive genre.
It really
like,
is.
This shit got flavors. It got for everything. And for me,
romance. You got
romance. Like, exactly. That's for me.
Growth. You know,
good
like
fit.
For
good fit. Fire fits.
Fire fits.
Great music.
For me, I don't like. Niggas want to know my opinions.
Shit that I love. I love.
Yeah, like niggas like what? Like, oh, you a snob? Like, no, not really. Like, my taste is really particular. Like, I just like shit that I know as a grown ass man, I don't feel embarrassed to put on. Not that nobody can embarrass me, but me personally, I don't cringe at the shit that I watch.
Exactly.
Like, I like things that I can relate to. I'm a grown ass man. Of course, I deal with romance. That's shit that I would like to see in some of my shit. I don't have to really rely on seeing kids in a friggin' school. I've been out of school for years. Yeah. It's like, come on. Like, I don't need to see tropes abused that I've already seen 30 years ago. I don't need that. What I need is some shit that speaks to me, and it doesn't have to be groundbreaking. It just has to match
to your soul.
What I like.
That's it.
I like women. I like romance. I like politics. I like history. I like space. I like shit getting blown up. Period. That's it. And they gotta be coherent. Sorry, C and G. So yeah, it gotta make sense and it gotta be cool. So if you come away finishing this season and you don't give Gundam a try, I'm gonna be very mad at you. I'm being selfish. I'm on my Goku set. I'm on my selfish shit.
You know
exactly. A game, which is so like, you ain't hear us talk about SD and all this other shit. We got all the flavors too. Maybe you gotta chill out and talk.
Even if you're a shooting ball gamer, bruh, Gundam Battle Operation is right there for you.
Yeah, exactly. Show the shooting ball gamers. Let me tell you, and it's not niggas saying this. So let's play this right now. I'm on my.
That term is a very racist thing, for real.
It's a very racist term, and I don't play that. It is. You see
Yes.
the people who saying it, it's niggas who got stuffed in a locker.
It's folks from anime
Oh, it's the
abbeys
same.
and
Yeah,
and
anime
VTubers.
Let's talk about it. I'm on my shit. Like, this is the last 2 episodes. So again, I'm on my shit. Call this a pay-per-view. Number 1, you niggas who talk about JRPGs all day, mind you, I've been playing JRPGs before some of you niggas was born.
Just as bad.
You know, just as bad.
Just as bad.
Y'all want to talk about same shit? It's the same shit. It's the same shit. It's the same. Literally, there's nothing changed.
Understanding when you say shooting ball gaming, that's hilarious as
Yes,
fuck.
the niggas that are
funny.
the niggas are slandering people because they like sports games and they like shooting shit. Like half of the video game industry did not derive from ball and shoot. And first of all, sports games in particular are the ones that were pushing these consoles to the extent year after year, generation after generation. That's a history lesson for you.
If you didn't play
niggas.
Madden or 2K during the 360 era, then you don't understand where there's gonna be this passion for that stuff from.
You don't understand. The PS4, one of the biggest trailers for the PS4 was not for some other shit. It was for the 2K14 PS4 controller, where they had LeBron talking, and everybody said, "This is ridiculous. We are really pushing the envelope." We know how bad, you know how much that shit pushed the envelope? They had to tone down the engine for the next game because they did not realize just how strong and powerful that they really went with that True Motion engine. But you niggas would not know anything because y'all are dumb. Y'all pick up games and y'all listen to random people, and then y'all come up with this racist shit. All he plays Call of Duty, whatever. Yes, that gets boring sometimes, but those also changes engines too. You dickheads. You niggas talk about, JRPG. Nigga, what is the difference from most Final Fantasy games from the 6th gen to the 8th gen? Let me explain. There's none.
Not too many.
Just a difference in plot.
Not too many.
That's why they had to run away and go ahead and try MMOs, because they realized that they were repeating the same shit and rehashing shit from 2 decades ago.
It's just Devil May Cry. I know we have a whole other show to talk about these sorts of things.
We definitely do. but it's so much shit that is pissing me off. Like that, I don't like that topic. I don't like when niggas start saying that, boy. That shit you sound stupid. You literally sound stupid. So if anybody who does listen to this pod and a big fan, and I respect you as a person, if you use that term out of respect, I would want you to change your vernacular because you sound crazy, especially if you're a minority. You cannot be saying some shit like that.
That's exactly why I said it's like,
I'm not gonna lie. That is my new way to call niggas niggas. Hey, you shooting ball gamer.
Balling. It was a fire. It was a fire.
In the right company, right? Absolutely fine to say. Absolutely fine to say. Because we know what we mean.
It's just certain people who can say it and you can't say it. And that's double standards. Who gives a shit?
But fuck
Such
it.
As life.
Fuck it, because I don't mean no hate towards it. I literally mean like, hey, yo, look, even if that is what you enjoy, there is shit for that.
There is for that. And there's different flavors to that. We have flavors.
Yeah.
I'm pushing for this. We have multiple ball games for the same people that are in the video games, but different kinds of ball games, different kinds of shooting games. You can expound upon that genre, just like any other genre. But again, JRPGs, because it's only, like I said, it's only the JRPG people that be saying that. Y'all don't realize that y'all consume. Y'all are the biggest consumers derogatory ever. That's what it really brought on.
It's
not coming from people who don't play them. You know what I'm saying? Like
you niggas don't play. Literally, bro. I played every single JRPG that is a critically acclaimed, known title in every part of the world. Suikoden, Dragon Quest, all of that, you name it. I played it all. 100% it all. I was outside. Xenogears, we was
Come
outside.
on now.
Chrono Trigger, we were outside. I played Final Fantasy 6 when it was called Final Fantasy 3.
That's
Again.
right.
Nigga, so it's not a matter of, that's the thing, you niggas like speaking on other people, but then y'all meet niggas who actually was really about this shit, and then y'all freeze up like dickheads. So we're gonna put an end to, if you are not a person of color, stop saying the ball because you sound stupid and you play whack shit. Oh, the generic JRPG game, same. Shut up, nigga. Shut up. You can't compare. Everybody's still trying to chase the high of Final Fantasy 6 to 10. And guess what? They've been stuck.
That was Squaresoft. Squaresoft don't exist no more.
That was Squaresoft.
Squaresoft don't exist no more.
Squaresoft, Ghost, they're lingering, and other companies been doing.
Company now.
Square is a whole entity, like legitimately a whole different.
Square
like,
is credit cards now. That's not even, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Square, the word by itself, that's a whole other thing.
Yes.
If you want those days don't exist no more.
When niggas used to say Squaresoft works for Square niggas, but Square's for everybody now. It's just not about video games. But I definitely just had to get that on my chest.
No, I understand.
You bitch ass. Like, we keeping it all the way uncensored. You bitch ass niggas come on the timeline with that stupid shit. And it's so annoying. And number two, y'all don't even be playing shit. Y'all just be chatting.
So
I don't play shit.
I should call AD. He's gonna do an impromptu plug and play episode real quick.
These
Get AD on the line.
We got flavors. Like I said, the that don't know shit. They just watch people talk and then they just echo the same opinions. That's it. And then y'all do it y'all do it to the stupidest of people. Now listen to the stupidest of opinions and then take that for word. These are why people say that Seed Destiny is actually good and that it was just overrated because a bunch of people on the forums were saying it was bad.
These are the same motherfuckers
no,
that
dickhead, it was bad because it was bad.
200 hours on this Gaia and shit, nigga. Fuck out of my face, man.
And I was playing this guy just the other day. You don't have to do that.
Time, bro. Like, come on, man. Come on.
If I was just playing that on the Steam Deck, again, I don't even flex this gamer shit, but like I play games on when I want to play games, just like how I do anything in life. Nigga, you don't need to do any of that to be considered somebody who plays video games. I be trying to gatekeep this weird ass shit that's dying anyways. Nigga, you see the gaming industry, these niggas can't afford the games that they're spending ridiculous money on the budgets for creating them. It was $300 billion for what? For Spider-Man 2? Nigga, you think that's gonna uphold a game for every other AAA?
It's all released window
came and went. And yes, sorry, I pirated that shit. Niggas dropped it. The source code got leaked, and niggas compiled and made their own PC port before they actually sold it. So, yeah, shout out to the hacker man. But I still bought the games at the end of the day because I sometimes I pity some companies. But yeah,
you're crazy.
Sometimes I got a heart. But yeah.
You know,
that was your plug and play episode and a half.
And the crazy thing is, we still gonna do another. We still got one coming up.
Yeah.
One thing about, like, you were talking about just the nerd era that we are in now, right? Where we have like people that are just kind of stuck in these silos and they're not able to like appreciate other avenues of what is available, right? One thing I do miss about back in the day when we were coming up, we had, even though like it was something that Japan would get, not necessarily something we would get in the States, I miss when there would be the era of like the custom consoles, the custom controllers, the custom like we have like the Char's custom GameCube, the Char's custom
shit.
Game Boy Advance. You know what I mean? The Hyakushiki PS2.
Fire! I want that. There will be signs.
Oh yeah.
There'll be signs.
Oh, yeah, bro.
There'll be signs. like just want like I'm ready. Next year, man. I hate saying that, but next year definitely I'm turning shit up. I got a lot of things going, but there will be signs.
I feel like
when you see videos and pictures. Boom.
At least once a year, I'll make a ridiculous purchase. Like this year, it was that Godzilla on PS4. Like when y'all see me with a gold Yakushiki PS2, man, just know, you know what I'm saying?
Just respect. Respect it. I did this. I did that. What was the year 2021 when I bought like the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cabinet?
Yeah,
for 1,200.
Yeah,
and that shit is just downstairs in the basement. So anytime anybody do come true, he money bags, we can run it up. Yeah, I'm on some bigger shit, man. Like niggas is getting old, so I want to do old people shit.
Oh,
and
fuck.
old
I
people
just
shit
saw
is like
Yakushiki PS2 for $250. Hold on.
Yeah, we on that. Who gonna stop us?
Hold on.
Who gonna stop us?
Oh man.
Climb boys are from kings.
You better believe it, dog. But no, man, I miss that era because it's just that there was like a certain flair to like if you were a fan of certain IPs, it was like like you would seek these things out. I really wish we had that in today's era.
We had that, and there's only a few people left of the old guard, and they generally don't want to deal with the idiots that are on the internet, which I don't blame them. So it's up for people like us to just sit there, stomach through, and like, this shit, some of that shit that we was doing back in the day is still raw. Don't get it twisted. But like, again, it used to be bigger. Like, people, I thought it was nigga Soldier Boy would come. He'd be showing his Japanese imports.
You know what?
Like, nigga, he
remember the rapper Lil B?
Yeah,
for sure.
There was a video Lil B had on YouTube. It was of like all of his games, and he had more Japanese like. It was like, what the fuck? Like this nigga got like Gundam versus Zeta Gundam and shit like that.
Yeah,
a
lot of them go to Japan, and like that was the perfect era. Like if that PS3 era, because bro, you did not have to worry about the region lock. So when they was getting those games, it was free game. Like I saw Soulja Boy with Like a Dragon Kenzon. Nigga, that shit is a really good game. But it's not ever gonna get ported. But like, it was cool as a gamer to have that because number one, you're not getting this shit in the States, and number two, you didn't have to do the extra soft mod. You didn't have to do that. You could just put the
disc in the console back then. I remember he had like a Guilty Gear 2 video or some shit like that. It was just like, but again, back then it was easier to get tapped in with this kind of stuff. And it was easy and whatnot. It's something about just owning that collection, man. Something about that physical media, man.
Fire shit.
So fire.
It's just funny because especially in an age and a time now where like nostalgia runs so much, like that's the big wave, this feeling of we're missing something from the past. And I think especially with gaming and media and all these things, just I think when they hear, we miss this era, and they like release something from that, we're like, that's cool and that's dope. But I think what we're really missing and what you guys are talking about is kind of like these companies really taking these artistic risks and with these IPs and like actually like going out and making things that's just like, we know that this special edition of this is going to be for such a niche core group of people, but that's what makes it even more special now. And so I think now that's what we're all kind of missing, especially in a world where everything is so homogenous and everybody sounds the same and looks the same, and regionalism doesn't exist anymore, and all these things. Like, we're missing those things that really set us apart and really made us different and made it cool to flex and made it cool to be like, man, listen, there was only one of 200 made of these ones. And somehow, some fucking way, I ended up getting my hands on it. You know, like,
and see, that's when you mentioned that limited basis, right?
You know, like back
in the day, stuff was limited, but you can still go on eBay right now and you can hit you a nice find of those limited things that came out in 2004. Whereas in 2025, a limited drop of anything comes out and you fighting bots.
You know,
you fire boss. No, that's you fire boss.
It was the hunt.
Yeah.
It was the hunt of it all, of knowing which store is gonna get this.
Oh, yes. Oh my God.
Like literally having to go in the stores and be like, yo, are y'all getting this? And like that is it's so funny because that's how, especially like in high school and things like that, like that's how I was able to grow such a community and friendships. It's like I literally had to go out. I had to go out and hunt for the things that I wanted. I couldn't just sit back and just be like, oh well, I gotta as soon as 9 o'clock hits, I gotta be on my laptop because I gotta no. Like I was like, man, listen, we gotta be in line at 3 a.m.
And then it's knowing the people in line where you start seeing the same people, and it's like, wait, hang on, we can start trading information, and you find out like, oh wait, we found out another location because we all shared the information we had and shit. Yeah, man, that was the best.
Perfect.
You know, and I think that we're missing that. I think we're missing that community building of it. We're missing, like, once again, like, we don't need any more Times New Roman single font logos, bro. Like, go make something cool and fun with it. Like, go so weird with it. But as fans of something like anime that has now, when we started watching this and doing this, was absolutely a niche thing and absolutely a core group thing, where now we're like, no, it's mainstream now.
Yeah.
You know?
And the mainstream is kind of taken away from the forced community that there was of it. And now you kind of have to seek that out.
Yeah, I
sucks too, because like when it comes to that conversation too, especially with anime fans, I really hate the fact that it always kind of focuses on the negative experiences that people have.
That's
with
how it is now, for sure.
And, you know, it sucks because you know, it's always turning out like, I got picked on for watching this, and I got this for that, and I got, you know, and it's like, I don't want to take away from people's experiences from that.
Absolutely.
But it's like that is such a hyper focused point of it all, and it sucks because it's just like that's not everybody's experience. Though.
Yeah.
I was about to be so mean. I was about to be so mean about that. I'm gonna just say, it's time for growth, man. And if you still gonna let that memory from way back, get over it, bro. Like, nobody harmed you. As long as nobody harmed you of any sort when you was actually in this field, this weird niche of a genre, don't bring up some shit that niggas was making fun of you because you was doing Kamehamehas.
It's like,
because a lot of niggas was doing Kamehamehas. Maybe you just wasn't cool. But it's okay, because you could be cool.
And that's the thing, right? Like, it's better to move forward and to say, like, hey, like, I feel comfortable in being able to enjoy these things now, than to be stuck on a period where maybe you weren't. Because then you're only living in that moment still. You're not really allowing yourself to be like, okay, well, you know, now it's not like that, so I'm able to appreciate it more. You know what I mean? Like, you don't put yourself in that seat by hanging on to that. I'd feel like such a loser complaining about the time that somebody made fun of me because I was outside trying to do Wi-Fi battles on Pokemon. I'm about to say, I can't say like, oh, those things never ever happened to me, but I don't remember them like that. I don't remember them in this sense of like, oh, that stunted me, and that like really took away from my ability.
I don't want to do the whole, like, I can't do the personal confirmation bias with my own self. Like, yeah, my experience is greater than my experience. I'm a wavy guy, I believe. So maybe I was never gonna put myself in such a situation.
Yeah,
but
that's
like,
what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like if there was ever anybody that challenged my life for anime, I can only remember being like, okay, but I still like this shit, bro. Like, nothing changes.
I don't care what nigga. Like, nigga, first of all, I'm a grown ass man in my early 30s, going to be mid 30s, nigga. Do you think I give a fuck about what a nigga has to say about anything? I like, nigga, I do 6 seasons of a pod about some shit that is from 30 years ago, 40 years ago. That's number one. Sometimes you just gotta not give a fuck about what people gotta say about your particular hobbies. You are not gonna live a very successful or a happy life if you worried about the next man and what he gotta say about what you like.
What they eat don't make you shit, man.
They don't make you shit. And like, first of all, like, if niggas is doing shit on what you like, why do you think, like, nigga, that's not somebody you was ever gonna be cordial with on the realest of shit. Like, you wasn't gonna be cool with them if they have to bring up some shit about your hobby and shit on it like that. You know what I'm saying? Grow up. There's a bunch of therapeutic services, and there's people like, you know, they're actually experienced some of these stuff as well, but they've also gotten over it. So talk to them. Stop with they bullied me from 20 years ago. At some point, we tired of it. It's like, we not doing that no more. It's 2026 coming up soon. Nobody want to hear about some old shit. If we gonna talk about some old shit, let's talk about some old shit that was good good things to reminisce about. Not some shit that you got.
Like what we talking about some days.
That's
some
right,
old
man.
shit.
That's right.
Like,
Amuro Ray, the god.
Amuro Ray, the god, the legend, the backbone. Niggas try to crucify my man. They tried to replace him. They could never do it. This guy's the shit. Like, and it's weird because like I always have this. What's my favorite Gundam series? It goes up and down. Right now, for me, it's a victory. But my favorite character is always gonna be Amuro Ray. It's just something about him. He give off vibe. Like, I feel like he's the closest realistic depiction of a pilot of any time period or any timeline he's in, any show. The way how he's like described, the way how he carries about himself, it feels very realistic. It doesn't feel out of whack, out of character. And I can always appreciate that. There's not one scene of Amuro in any form of Gundam where I'm like, you know what? I really didn't like the way how they characterize this man. Nah, I think he probably might be probably is the best written Gundam character.
Absolutely.
It's not just from like Tamino, you see, like, just as a whole, like completely as a whole. He is the best written. For a flaw, and like, let it be clear, he's not this, like, I'm not on this episode, you hear this episode. Yeah. He's a perfectly flawed, yes, some of it's not his fault, but again, he is an amazing character, flaws and all. Like,
and that's exactly
shit. Yeah, man, I like my characters like that. I don't want Gary Stews running around wrecking shit for the sake of wrecking shit.
Amuro Ray, he's always going to be remembered as the original Gundam protag, but his journey is so complex throughout all of Mobile Suit Gundam that we had to make sure we dedicate an episode to him this week.
Yes, sir, man. He deserves a super in-depth one. You know, then he gets a lot of shine. And even in the time that he looks a little bit, you know, quote unquote pathetic, shit, he still gets the job accomplished, man. For the bigger picture and things, like, all of it works out well for him.
From somebody who starts as a frightened civilian that's forced into war, who later becomes such a battle-hardened Newtype that's burdened by expectation to eventually becoming a man who ultimately gives everything in order to stop this endless cycle of misunderstanding. Amuro's story defines Gundam's core philosophies through and through. So this week you can expect us to dive into Amuro's evolution from Mobile Suit Gundam, Zeta Gundam, and Char's Counterattack to examine all of the traumas, all the power, and all the responsibility that comes with being Gundam's main protagonist. So tune in after the break as we dig into Amuro Ray, the white unicorn.
Universal Century 0079. Mankind lives among the heavens in colonies called sides. But Side 3 has a dark secret.
Take your sorrow and turn it into anger.
The Principality of Zeon has declared war on the Earth Federation.
Zeon thirsts for the strength of its people.
Mankind will be caught in a conflict that rages from the Earth to the stars. Now say goodbye. The future depends on a ship called White Base and its secret weapon. A homeless boy with powers beyond comprehension.
Those lightning reflexes, it's like he sees the future.
His name, Amuro Ray. His weapon, Gundam.
Your dirty tricks are no match against Gundam's immense power. Let's retreat!
Now, a crew of orphans and rejects will change the face of history or die trying.
You're mine!
Tsunami is proud to present the most groundbreaking anime saga of all time. Fully restored, Mobile Suit Gundam. Premieres Monday, July 23rd at 5. Suit up for the first time.
The Federation has dispatched its entire Mobile Suit force.
Only to Bobby.
Stand up for the future!
Amuro is got to be the perfect character to center all of this around.
Oh, dear. So, like, yeah, he's a masterful plot device, especially like in shit. Yeah, you could say from Zeta, but like mainly from the first jump,
Yeah.
first episode. Oh boy.
What really makes Amuro interesting to me is that he's very volatile, right? You see a lot of what Camille becomes in early Amuro, but Amuro is a different character in the sense that he's having to be reactionary to the world around him while still growing through it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, you even think about his whole journey of accepting the fact that he's a Newtype.
Which he hates, which is so
Yeah,
wrong.
like he hates it. Like it's such an internal struggle that he deals with throughout this entire series of just accepting this fact that he just has these exceptional skills and this exceptional perception on the battlefield and just really in life in general that sets him apart from a regular human. And I think Amuro, I mean, going to Jay's point of just being so volatile, it feels very reminiscent of what you see a lot of adolescents go through, especially boys, where you're just like you're reaching that age of you are starting to kind of like feel like, you know what, like I'm getting older, I'm kind of becoming the man or becoming a man, you know, and you could see so many times where a lot of this outbursts come a lot from a fact of he's like, yo, like I want my respect. Like y'all not finna be talking to me crazy or just telling me what the fuck to do or just, you know, like he's like, no, fuck that. Like
It's tough.
Like Amuro gonna do what Amuro wants to do, you know?
Yeah, and like he tries to be very humble amongst it, but people gotta look at it from a position like he's 15 years old, right?
Exactly.
His father created the suit He's in a time period where he wants to be accepted. And essentially he's doing a crazy task for everybody who knows, like the Federation is fighting Zeon. They have to rely on this kid essentially because he so happens to be able to like roll around with the best suit that they got, which is amazing that a 15-year-old can pilot such a thing. But that comes the problem. Like, it's like we covered last week where it's like, oh, you see how Shin got rewarded with more things for each foolishness that he did. But here's Amuro, he's doing good, and it's not enough. The army is not gonna do this, like, especially the Federation. That whole acceptance, that appreciation aspect of the, he's not getting it, and it's making him miserable. For every kill count he rises up, like, it doesn't even mean anything in the grand scheme at all, because it just makes him more miserable. And he's not really preachy about any of it either. He just takes it
because he
takes it on the teeth. It's like, damn, this shit sucks.
He's coming to these conclusions as they arrive to him, right? Amuro Ray is someone who's he's not like brave or eager to be in the role that he's in. He's actually very terrified. You know what I'm saying? He's very emotionally like off his rocker because the Federation has these expectations of him now. And he's like, I'm not a soldier.
And that's crazy. He's not a soldier. He has no rank. He has nothing. He's treated like one, but for the most part, he has nothing towards that. Realistically, it took for him a super traumatic like experience for him to, accept the fact that he is a soldier. Not somebody telling him, but for his own mother to see him actually do shit that he does not even want to do to begin with. And just end up with the conclusion like, yo, bro, the shit that I do, it's not because I want to do it. Because I am a soldier no matter what. That is crazy. Even his first kill, which to me, like, that stands out more than any protag.
Yeah.
Everybody loves their first episode of somebody hopping into Gundam. They get their first kill. They all happy and stuff. Nobody. Amuro gets his first kill.
He was like, yo, what the fuck did I just do?
He's in trauma, like, bro. He's terrified. I love that aspect because realistically speaking, 15-year-old, like, this is not a violent kid.
Yes,
he's a terrifically brilliant kid. A little bit of a sort of a recluse.
Yeah, because he stayed in the books. He stayed mostly involved with mechanics than he did with people.
Yeah. It's looking at his father, and his father is a mechanic basically. He has no close relationship with his mom. His mom didn't come with him
early on. Yeah.
Years. So it's him being a recluse, but still trying to find what makes a child become a man. And it's like the worst possible situation ever, because you're going through a system like a soldier, and what he thinks he's doing as a soldier or a guy who's helping the army, it's not rewarding for him. There's no honor, there's no respect, there's nothing. More than anything, those first couple of episodes of Amuro, he just wants acceptance. He just wants respect, bro. You don't get it. For every good to even just perfect action he does, like, he just like, so what? So what? Like, what does that mean? Like, you're still a soldier. You got to get to it. You think you get a prize award every battle just because you shot down the Zaku?
That's not how it works.
I mean, it really isn't.
Even for as much as they were desperate for someone to be able to shoot down a Zaku at that point in time, right? It still didn't get all the respect that he honestly was deserving.
They never respect him. They never respect him. Federation from the jump wanted to replace him as the pilot of the Gundam. It's just a matter of like perfect person, terrible situation. If it was up to them, they could have got somebody riding this Gundam and doing damage, and it would be something off their shoulders where they wouldn't have to worry it. But unfortunately, they could not. So Mr. 15-year-old Amuro is like, again, killing machine, miserable soldier boy who's not technically a soldier. He doesn't get promoted until like way later on.
Yeah, after the 1 year war.
So it's just gloom and doom. And I do like in other media, it also explains why he still went along with it. But it is obvious to see, like, yo, he just wants to protect the people that he's close with, or he finds himself, comfort with.
That's what I really enjoy, though, is because we're not introduced to Amuro being a Gundam pilot as though it's like, okay, this makes him the ultimate soldier now. This makes him the ultimate combatant. The RX-78 only really empowers Amuro in the sense that he knows that he can be relied upon when he's in it, and he knows he's the only person who can pilot the Gundam the way that it can be piloted. And we see that throughout the show, because there's definitely periods of time where the Federation's like, okay, we got any other new types? Have we found any other new types?
Yeah,
like,
they're
you got me.
First
I'm
of all,
here.
You have me. He's taking it to advantage, and I do love the subversion of, like, not how everybody's the chosen one.
Yeah,
this nigga Amuro is not the chosen
not
one
at all.
He's just
it's
just
anybody but Amuro.
It was just circumstance. There was no. It was his destiny to be this and all. There was nothing behind it. Just even the fact of being a new type. It wasn't just off of like the ultimate new type or something. Really, it's just a matter of being in space for so long. He is by definition the literal seeing point of what Char's father believed in. You be in space, staying there a little bit long, you end up becoming an type. But other than that, like, yo, it's rough. Like, you watch all the other guys, like, bro, at least, yes, Camille started off rocky with the AUG, but there was some love towards it. Like, yo, the relationship with the white base in the first half was off. Bright is Bright. If you don't know Mr. Bright Noah, shit.
Bright is hilarious, bro.
He's one of my favorites, but he is such a I love the fact that he's flawed. I love the fact that he's a super flawed man. He knows he is.
He's blinded by his own arrogance so much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sometimes like he's another one of those conflicted characters, and that's why I feel like him and Amuro really they really become super bonded in Char's Counterattack, because they really are they're really the same person essentially. They just, one is just a little bit older and smart in the manner of, like, not pilot sense, but, like, smart as far as
military sense.
Yeah, they're the same people, but, like, it's for Amuro, man, it's Rocky, bro. The only person that really got love and respect for him is Bravo. And Bravo is somebody you know from a long time, so I wouldn't even want to count it as like, oh yeah, it's a crew member that, no, not in the slightest. The only person that ends up, I mean, it wasn't even like a matter of like, oh, I respect you, because it still came off as like, yo, I just have high hopes for you, and that was real.
Well, no, I think though too, Bright was really thrown in a situation though where it's like he was given some scraps. Now, granted, you did have the biggest diamond that shines above them all, Amuro Ray. It's like he was given scraps. It was just like, all right, you got to make this shit work.
And the man was thrust upon him. You know what I'm saying? The captain just died, and it's just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like, Bright is nice. Bright is the
Captain
Bright
got
is the
marked
old.
off.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. I said, my son,
it's over.
Goddamn died, fam. Bro, come on.
And
He
you
had
know,
him on the hospital bed.
Yeah, you felt like it was gonna. It was just like this whole white base. The minute you see it, you know it's time that it's like, you know, it's not gonna be some pleasure. This not some spaceship battleship Yamato. Like this is gonna be the most rockiest piece of base of all time. Everything is gonna be wicked. It's everybody learning on the fly. Like Bright might look old. Bright might look old, but Bright is only 19 years old in the image. So.
And you can tell by quite a few of his character actions, right? Especially how he handles his situations with Mirai, you know?
Yeah, he just a teenager going through a whole array of emotions. Everybody is like it's just funny. The white face, I come to love them towards the end, but like everybody is bitchy. Everybody. Sailor Mask, bitchy. Kai he's the funniest nigga on the planet, but bitchy. Y'all like
Hayato, bitchy.
He bitchy. Bitchy trying to prove himself to a degree.
Hayato wanted to be Amuro so bad.
Oh, D, but who wouldn't want to be Amuro Ray? Amuro was a swaggy guy. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, it was just a bunch of. That's how you know the Federation ain't shit. Like, first of all, these kids are they're propaganda tools. That's number one. Number two, again, if you are an army, do you think your best chance of winning? Like, yes, you have the guy who could pilot your best suit, but at the same time, though, you are still relying on children. They only sent 2 captains throughout this whole entire time period for the first half of the original. Matilda and Captain Slug are the only 2 motherfuckers that get sent there.
Yeah.
And not even one. 2, they all die. It's all dies. It's Tamino kill them all, baby.
That's another thing where throughout this show, you have Amuro have to come into contact with so many people that leave a lasting effect on him.
I mean, one of the best parts in this entire series, to tie to that point where you're just talking about of like having this lasting effect on him, is when he originally runs away and he's in the desert.
When he comes,
that's the hardest to meets our boy.
Yeah, and just like, and I think this is the first time, really, like before Char, in a sense, where you're like, you see that him finding a rival on the battlefield is really what is pushing him to be better.
Because both times he meets rivals on the battlefield, like in personal situations, they show him respect. Respect that nobody in the Federation shows him at all.
That is the genius right there. The ones that end up giving respect to him, just not as a soldier, but as a child,
as a man,
are the people from the other side.
Yeah.
And that's what makes Amuro Raw's death on him. It's by your hands, essentially. You didn't get the real kill, but like still, it's on your hands. Ryu's death, another pivotal moment where it's like, he may not have probably looked at you as like, you're the homie, but like he did say he saw potential in him, and Bright is just afraid, which he is. He was afraid of you. So losing 2 of them during like a 3-4 episode stretch, you had no choice but to like upgrade as a character. Like most people don't get through arcs like that and not change for the better. For him, for Amuro, you could say that it's possibly more like a curse, because the more he becomes this soldier-like man, you're looking at it like that Newtype Like he's
You're
real, like
literally
he's gaining the,
segueing into exactly what I was about to say next. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. You
No,
spit.
yeah, not yet,
We're
girl.
potting right now.
We spin. This is, yeah, we potting all the way. This is my favorite character, so I could talk about this nigga all day. But like, the minute he becomes a competent soldier is the minute where this quote unquote gift, this psychic sensitiveness, like everybody thinks that this Newtype shit is like, yo, you're basically a gypsy.
Yeah, you're like
But
an
no,
Esper,
like
yeah.
yes, like no, like as we see later on in the series, we see how just damning how death can really be on a Newtype. But the more that he does become competent in battle, is the more his awareness rises, and it is a curse because not only is he becoming a better pilot, he is also feeling the deaths of the people that he's killing.
Exactly.
Worse than when you thought episode 1 was tough, where he's screaming in agony, it gets worse because without not just rage, he's feeling their deaths. He's seeing their, like it's replaying in his head. Like he becomes super paranoid. He's just like he's losing himself in the process. Like, and I like that. I like that kind of character trait where it's like character becomes crazy and amazing at their skill, but loses themselves in the process. And it's so sad because again, this is a 15-year-old child. Their hope is there's no hope. The hope is that he's constantly clashing with the people that he loves, and also finding pain in the people that he had to put down in the other side for a war he doesn't technically understand. Because none of this shit, that's really from the, if we want to keep the 100, the Federation and the 1 year war shit, this shit don't make sense until Char really frames fucking Amuro for killing Gulen and Garma, correction. And that's it. But other than that, like it's this is just nonsensical, and like Tamino is in his super bag. Yeah, like if you ever thought that you think Tamino, that's the anti-war shit gets tiresome, like no, he really, it's sickening. I think it's in its highest peak, where it's like, bro, to him it makes no sense. Who does this help? Nobody's happy. Everyone is just surviving. And the more we survive is the more miserable we get, man.
That's exactly what it is, man. All of this loss deepens Amuro's empathy. It makes him suffer on a different level. And that drives him to be more disconnected from people.
OD, it's like he finally perceives, he finally knows how to perceive his emotions, because unlike that it wasn't really detailed between him and his father, but now he starts to resent his father when they meet, when he gets the stupid piece for the upgrade for the Gundam, and he's just looking at the state of this man, like he's probably gonna suffer from lack of oxygen
deprivation. Yeah.
And it's like, bro, he's resenting everything. Like, this is a miserable man, but he's not like, that's why to me Amuro was like such an interesting guy, because you could tell that he's miserable, but he doesn't feel like a drag at all. It just seems more, it's relatable, and I really mean it when I say Amuro is one of the more relatable characters that Tamino's ever created. Because like again, bro, he knows that this power that he's gotten, bro, it's not making him a person. It's just making him a target. He is the white devil. That's just Xeon propaganda. Yes, it's a cool nickname, but that just makes him a target. Yes, you rack up kills. Do you think he's happy that he's racking up these kills? No.
And I think even not just a target, but it's on both sides. And one side wants to kill me because obviously my back is against the wall and I'm piloting this suit and I got the, but it's on the other side, these people who are who I'm supposed to be representing and fighting me only see me as a tool. And they only see me as a soldier that I'm just supposed to follow these orders and just kill whoever they point and tell me to kill. And he's just conflicted in the middle of all of it.
Some of the most miserable like reality set an aim for this man. Like he can't even delude himself. It took one person, like it took one encounter to change just a streak of miserableness. And even tragedy happened after that. Just to show you just how sad shit really is for Amuro Ray, man.
This is something where Amuro does not ever catch a break. You know what I'm saying? Every time he grows close to someone, he either loses them or learns some very harrowing truth about them, right? He comes back across his mother and only is judged for the fact that he was saving people's lives. You know?
Yeah, you're not. No son of mine. You think a 15-year-old wants to hear that shit? You don't. To do it around the world again. This is an honorable man, bro. He had to humanize the name that's putting pressure on his entire base. Is it rage? Is it PTSD? Like, yo, it's crazy because yes, he is realistically the Newtype, the only Newtype apart from another two we're gonna cover shortly. But like, he is one Newtype in a world that is just centered about. This is an old type world, and like they can't realize what he as a person and him with this newfound power has to deal with.
Because the Federation has an expectation of what a new type should be and does not give a fuck about what a new type really is.
They do not give, like, bro, man, people think he tried. When he ran away, it was not because he was just on some, like, I can't take it no more. Like, no, he is trying to find himself. Here, sanity is on the brinks. It is going. It's like, it's deteriorating. He is a young boy who's had a disclosed life, a rather sheltered life to begin with. And the time that he finally starts interacting with folks, it's killing them and arguing with them. It's bad. There's only one saving grace, and her name is Lala Soon. And Lala Soon, who somehow changes this man's life in just one encounter. Oh boy.
Meeting Lala Soon on the Texas colony really changed everything. Because here's
Texas woman will do that for you, boy.
Look, bro. Listen. Don't know it.
Listen,
Yo,
Texas woman will do that for you. You know, let's just change a life one night. Don't need too much. You know?
And it's so crazy. Like, yo, that's the first woman. Not even the first woman. The first person that like understands them.
Yes.
Like, he could see the loneliness. Everybody else, which is crazy, they've only met once. But like the people that are seeing this man on a day-to-day basis cannot tell that he's lonely on the inside. They cannot tell that he's stressed on the inside. They don't care. Like, yes, everybody is going through some shit during this 1 year war period, but nobody really sits down and think about the mental aspect of basically our best soldier.
Yeah.
It takes this one outsider who he builds like a nice rapport with in just such a short time. And yeah, there's Char, who we've been just beefing with. Not even like on a personal vendetta, it's just on some anime shit for the time being. If only it could have stayed like that.
Because yeah, like it literally only just starts with like, hey, you know, you love me. You're on my side. Why would you even understand him, right? And by the time this conflict comes to a head, now we're on the battlefield and it's Amuro and the Gundam against Char and the Gelgoog, and Char is about to strike against Amuro, and Artesia Sailor Mass is flying in the G-Jet, and she's coming in between Char and Amuro, and he literally gets this, sense from Lala Soon, like, don't attack, stop what you're doing. That's your sister in there. And in his stopping, Amuro's able to slice off the arm of the Gelgoog, and he's about to make a killer strike to defeat Amuro, and Lala Soon gets in the way in the Elmeth, and immediately is killed.
The world's worst thing to happen to the universal century ever. This is the start of hell on earth. These two guys are now going to be intertwined for over the course of 15 years with the most misunderstood, most man-child-like understanding of each other over this young lady who, again, should never have been in this war to begin with. But in that battle, all of that shit is raw. All of it is tough. Like, if you did not understand what a Newtype was, like, it's not you're just a better pilot. Like, no, their biggest strength is the fact that their human communication is on another level. The way their senses are on another level, like we said. Allah instantly said, yo, do not attack that pilot. That is your sister. She's never seen the sister before.
Literally just knows it through sensing her.
Like, and all of that is an experience. Like, and it's some of the coolest fighting scenes in Gundam too. But like, all of this is ridiculous because like, they're learning about each other in the process. So when they're finally having this amazing sense of connection, just for that to be robbed by your own doing. We just remember, like I said previously, before he meets Lala, he is in a whole stretch of bad vibes. You couldn't pay somebody to hang with Amuro. Amuro's miserable, he's getting on foul, he's clashing with Bright, he feels useless, he feels like the shit sucks. And the one great spot of his life during this time period comes in, and they meet and they find, like, the first time he actually understands someone and they understand him.
Yeah.
And he is the one that has the door. Yeah, it's like it's space romance at its finest. Like, I know a lot of Gundam fans like to say, like, it's not based off a romance. Like, no, it's a form of romance. It's
absolutely.
I think a lot of anime fans, their perception on romance is just strictly physical, and like words of just admiring, like pet name. You don't need pet names and a bunch of cute scenes to like really confirm a love or somebody's love. Like, this is love at genuinely first sight.
Yeah.
This is love. And remember, again, they're new types. They're not old types. They're not like regular humans. This is the most advanced form of love. And I've always said, to me, love is just the acceptance and understanding of somebody. You know their flaws and all, and you still appreciate that about them. This is them. This is love at its truest sense, its truest form. Also, if you do watch the episode, it is some of the best visuals of that era.
Yes. Of any era.
Of any era. I think I love when I see tweets. That's the one saving grace about Twitter sometimes. You do see some raw posts, and like somebody had quoted the scenes where they with the waves with Lala and all that. Yeah. And then like, I think I've seen the greatest thing. And like I had to say it, I had to think back. I said it is what it looked like. Like, that's really what it is. Like, that, they conveyed a story with affection. Artistically, it was told well. The story was short, sweet, straight to the point, and it beat all new types where just plot, armor, alligator, like it beat all of that in a matter of 2-3 episodes. So bravo to me. Now, Lala was the best and worst thing that happened to Amuro. This makes Char and Amuro have the most misunderstood is an understatement at this point. Like, this is like, like how I said, like Goku and Vegeta's rivalry is like, it's at some point, it's like pathetic.
Yeah.
And at times, it's like CTE based. Like, this doesn't feel CTE based, but it's built on two people not being able to accept the fact that,
They
it was both
lost
of them.
somebody who they love.
We both love this woman, and we are that selfish to the point where we do not want to share in the process. And on top of that, we do not want to admit that we both played a hand in doing it. It's not just one; it's the two of y'all, and that's in itself. It's not your well, we reached to that CCA part, but like again. I think the biggest message here is like the new types are just meant to understand.
Yes.
If you give them time, you give them just a slither of communication, they will sense the goodness out of people. And the person who should really know this is Char, because his father was the one who brought this up. But Char is so centered around, which is hilarious, he's so centered around how the Federation works in types. But this is like a super traumatic scene for Amuro. We know that Char has his experiences with things, but this is not the Char episode. But the main point, we see it visibly that, yeah, Amuro is pretty much just about done.
Yeah.
It's over.
And
He's
you know,
broken.
it breaks him down in his last battle with Char, right? There is nothing but just emotional overcoming that they both have to go through. Like, I'm left only feeling sorry for both Char and Amuro at the end of Mobile Suit Gundam.
Yeah, which is crazy. And like I said, this is why Tomino's such an amazing director, because he knows exactly when he wants you to feel that.
Yeah.
You are supposed to feel that emotion of sadness and regret for Char at the end of Char's counterattack. This, from the jump, I feel immediately for Amuro. This affects, visibly speaking, this affects him. It takes years for Char to process this. And narrative-wise, we could say his focus was more so clearing out the threat of the Titans and all sorts of, that's on paper, but I can only talk about what we see on the screen at the moment. Amuro is completely broken. He committed an unforgivable sin. And now what's even crazy, I guess we can confirm that once you do end up killing a new type, or they die near you, like their consciousness
Yes, it lives
stays
with you forever. We see that with Camille.
and we see it. Remember when I said that as Amuro became a raw pilot, how his new type powers were at the height and peak of it for each kill, but you remember he was feeling all sorts of like regret, just trauma to a degree. This is just full on guilt now. Everything all such that good progress in the matter of 2 episodes, that's all down in the dumps, bro. He thinks he committed the worst sin ever. If you would think that dropping a colony was like throwing a dodgeball at somebody's face with the way how Amuro perceives what he did to Lala, which again was an accident.
Yeah. because by the time we see him in Zeta, he's grief stricken.
He's stricken. He is grief stricken. It is cool that when he did come back, and I think people get like they don't look at it too close, but when Amuro comes back to the white base after that, those battles that he had, like he's murking shit, and it's not like people think like he's become motivated and he wants to just fight for the Federation, but no, he wants to end the cycle of just killing.
Yeah,
like this was his last. Like this is supposed to be his last hurrah. Zeta and Char's counterattack, that is something that kills him mentally, because realistically speaking, this last stretch, this last end of the first Mobile Suit Gundam, this is a man, Jiro Yabuki says it best, like, he's trying to let his embers flame out until this white ash. All the final battle with Abo Kula and all sorts of that shit he's doing damage. He's doing some of the best piloting he's ever done in his, just to end the cycle. He ends up, which is crazy, him and Char come into terms with at least, I guess, a mutual agreement. So you think that it's over, right? Like you think that you think like it's like it just shifts from like I'm like, oh, it's prey to hunter, like no, like now there's in some weird way like they're brothers in arms essentially.
Yeah.
And now they connect over the loss of somebody they were fond for.
And you would think that Zeta Gundam would have brought them closer. You know what I mean? You would think.
And it's to a degree it did, but Char's just a pompous, like, that's my, like, we'll say it on the Char episode, but like, Char comes from Char comes like, he's very preachy, but he's a hypocrite in the sense of the message is great. It's just a wrong person, bro. Because
I think Amuro and Char's their rivalry is very reminiscent of rivalries in like sports animes.
Oh, absolutely.
And like you have the natural gifted, talented, the superstar that comes in and had everything, that's Char, and you have Amuro, who is the nitty and gritty, who is also just as skilled. Maybe they had a little tougher role, but they were able to get to this same level. And I like how they give that contrast in this sense of war, but also too of like how going back to like the emotional like scarring of both of them, of just like how they are both going through some of these tragic things, and how they in a way enhances some of their best qualities, but also enhances some of their worst qualities as well.
Oh, damn.
Like you said, like Amuro is he looks like he's more motivated after the fact, but I do think it is more of him kind of blacking out in a way, where it's like he's not really motivated, but he's just so overtaken by emotion that it's like that seeing red moment.
Yeah.
And it's like constantly kind of being in that state of he's just constantly triggered by something.
Oh yeah, the survival skill starts right there, and it don't end until it's time for him to end, which is sad to see.
Because Amuro's entire, actions in Zeta are full of reluctance, right?
Yeah, and I think there's some of my, like, not sorry to cut you off, but like, I think like Amuro's depiction in Zeta is some of my favorite.
Yeah,
character just depiction in any story. Because he reminds me of like a washed up athlete. Like he was a star back then. He was the man, and like right now, it's looking like, bro, you ain't shot a ball in 30 years, bro. You washed. You ain't got the love of the game like you used to. Spoiler alert, he never really loved this soldier shit. He just became like hopefully people do learn that.
Yeah,
but
it was
like
the life he was
they
thrust
look
into.
that's the life he's thrust into, and like on paper, it's like, yo, you expected more out of him. But again, just because we saw him happy saying that he has a family to go home to in the last episode of Mobile Suit Gundam, it really wasn't. Like that shit was fleeting, bro. Because when we find out that 1 year war ends, the war doesn't really end for him. Like in Zeta, he's on house arrest, essentially. They, spoiler alert, Federation thought that their best tool was somebody that could potentially destroy them. Although he gave up his life for them in like damn near for 20 years. But just to show you how bad of the system that takes advantage of you, because for the sake of providing a service for them that only you could do, it still didn't get that respect. He is miserable as shit. He's stuck. He's a recluse. What he does in his spare time, he flies around in his little private jet things, which is rad because like I always wanted to say like Amuro isn't underrated. He can't be underrated because to me he's the best pilot. Period. Like that's just what it boiled down to. He's the best pilot. Just from like from a mobile suit point, from like just a pilot point of view, he is the best pilot. Like he fully takes the mantle of really being about this pilot shit. But it doesn't even like in Zeta, like it doesn't even matter. Like this is a guy who's a recluse who gets dragged back because like it's somebody putting the battery in his back, like it's cats. Yeah. Like remember, it's somebody telling to Amuro is I think I can, but he really cannot. But he does it anyway, just to show you like, yo, he's fighting stuff. He's fighting a lot, you know. Quattro Vegeta, he's probably looking at Quattro Vegeta as, hey, what Char was able to make a change, maybe I can. And then realistically, it's like, you ain't it. You can't do the things that he's doing at the moment. When he comes, you see him pilot his first suit, you think he would go back to that iconic Zeta? No. You think he would go to the arcs of? No. The dude is raw. That clunky ass Rick Diaz, but that shit look cute. It's kind of cute though. But like that Rick Diaz really is like a symbol of like how he is as a person in Zeta.
And this is why his growth between Gundam, Zeta Gundam, and Char's Counterattack is so damn pivotal. Because by the time we see Amuro in Char's Counterattack, there's no longer a question of why should I fight? The only answer is I must. He is fighting to save humanity as it stands now. Because now the ideology is Char moving forward with saying, hey, look, I'm going to force humanity to have to evolve into new types by causing major devastation to the Earth. My man drops a lunar colony on Earth and then immediately follows up with purchasing access from Anaheim Electronics, was a good God, we're gonna get into next week because what a fucking bonehead move. But it's only Amuro in the new Gundam with the Psycho frame that is able to really do anything against Char's machinations. And that's all by design from Char.
Yeah. Bro, if you did not believe Amuro was just a tool for propaganda, that you weren't watching this show. And thankfully, a movie came out and truly provided that there's no favors in this Federation shit, man. He's just a cog in the military machine. He once again has to go ahead and pilot the Gundam suit because what? If there's a second case to a Xeon, a second Neo Xeon, I thought he got rid of them the first war, and then the second war. No, he's just a tool. The Federation makes it very clear. Like, after his first kill bro, they give him a fucking mail and tell him, get back to work, bro. Get back to work. It ain't nothing new. It's just strictly gaslighting. Strictly gaslighting. He's a genius. The appreciation, the fact that he is such a Gundam nerd, it's the easiest way to take advantage of a guy like him, because everything that you need, he got it. He's a big mech nerd. Oh, great. We need a big mech nerd. Oh, he's an amazing pilot. Guess what? We need an amazing pilot. Oh, a repair. He can do repairs. He modifies. He knows how to push the most expensive equipment that we keep purchasing. He knows how to be able to push it past its limit.
Just to bring up something you're talking about, it's one of my favorite things though about a pilot. It's like, I feel a pilot should know how to work on his own machine.
Oh, D, you should.
Yeah.
You should. You should.
I love the fact that he's able to work on it, and that there's scenes and moments of just like him in the Gundam, just them two. Like he's there working on it and reading the manual and doing his upgrades. Those are moments that, as a fan, I appreciate, because if I'm gonna be manning and piloting this thing, I want to know the ins and outs. I want things to be as comfortable and as modified to my liking as possible, and they do that a lot. They really do build this connection between Amuro and the Gundam, which sets this show apart, especially when you look at other mecha anime at this time, where a lot of the other mecha animes are very much more poppy and like superhero-y and here's the super robot, and like this one, it's like, no, you're really more worried like about the pilot than anything else. And you do get this like emotional human being that you see that has to get behind this mobile suit and man this mobile suit and still go out in the war and do these things while you see him outside of it battling all these internal battles.
That's what makes Amuro the best, man. This is not just something where, hey, look at this guy who has all the abilities in the mobile suit, and look at this guy who can do everything, or because he's the ultimate Newtype. This is someone who literally does not even want all of humanity to be in the same situation he's in.
Exactly. He really. Oh man, Char's Counterattack is a nigga doing his job. He's called up on his off day and being told, yeah, you gotta come in and cover a full 20-hour shift off the rip. And does he deserve it? After all these years that he put in, bro, the man don't got no pension. He's not like Amuro that we know as an audience, we can appreciate his merits. He has no merits in the use. He has no statue. He has he has nothing. He is the same simple, regular man that he came into be from as a 15-year-old. That is it. They just found out that this man could be the ultimate soldier. That's what he is. He became a propaganda tool for war as a child, then a soldier that is a political prisoner during the Zeta, and then now this humanity's completely done, bro. He doesn't have a right to his own achievements. He doesn't have a right to a future, because his whole future is It's dependent on stopping the earth from being blown into smithereens. He doesn't have a choice to live. And I don't think Amuro, in the time he's ever been introduced, had a truly a moment in his life where he enjoyed living at all, which is so sad. And again, y'all, the Federation are the good guys. Like, no, they are literally an institutional vampire. They completely suck this man's energy in his life. For what? To save them. To save them at the end of the day. If you watch the end of Char's Counterattack we covered last season, you know how it ends. Who still exists at the end of the day? Fucking Federation.
Yes.
The Amuro those? Oh. They did not give a fuck about this man. His feelings were irrelevant. You have no time to do anything besides fight when we want you to fight. We give you this fake, we finally give you a fake accomplishment where it's like you're a part of this cog, Londo Bell, and you basically a fake captain, vice captain, or whatever. It doesn't even mean shit. It's just like it's just a paper mache fucking title. It doesn't mean shit. It's just a man who just came to work to do the bidding of people who really accepted the fact that this shit was gonna happen in the first place. Like taking gold from the man who's about to blow your whole planet up is mad funny. Really is really smart, really thoughtful. But yes, this is such a sad character. You don't got time to do anything but fight. That's why by the end of this whole his trilogy, it ends with him. He is the most detached person in Char's Counterattack. Char is more humanistic than Amuro for the reasons of years of just not having control of his life.
You know, Chan tries to make connection with him. He doesn't. He has no interest in it.
Doesn't give a look at all of his relationships. They don't work out at all. He doesn't have a time for happiness. Beltratrika and the side stories. Yes, look how that happened. That ends up sad. Yeah, he possibly would have had his kid. He dies in the process. Like, dude, there's nothing to ever be proud about. Like, all what we could just tell you, this at the end, this man before he turns 30, he becomes another test pilot to stop this philosophical war that was supposed to have been prevented years ago.
Yeah.
There was a whole time period of nothingness. And
now we have where it's the ultimate conflict, right? It's the ultimate height of it. And Amuro's left to only have to fight for the belief in collective human will. You know what I'm saying? The Axis shock.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so tough with that because like what he's arguing, it's so tragic and like I've been saving this for the longest period. It is still hypocritical in nature for him to say that, you know, organic growth is the way. Because this man's entire life, there has never
no growth.
It's just been forced evolution through trauma. He essentially is just arguing over the process that made him who he is. That is it. That is the most saddest part about this man. This shit, it wasn't a battle. This shit was nothing. Like, he doesn't, like, yo, he's a haunting spirit, essentially, of the wrongdoings of the Federation. Even, like, if you watch Unicorn, like, again, his voice, it's just ghost shit. Like, he doesn't get the sweet scene like a Char and the Lala and Unicorn. He doesn't get that shit. The GQ, whatever X. Like, he's a paradox, man. It's like, yo, I wanted to do this and do that, and I really couldn't do anything. Like, bro, this man's whole life was saving an institution that its whole existence was just morally bankrupt. Human evolutionary, like, I could wait and all of that. I can wait for growth and change. That shit did not mean nothing
At all.
because his life is the exact reason why Char has the upright opinion to say, well, that don't mean shit, brother, man. Look at you. And like, for a great character, it's just nothing but misery. But he, again, is the perfect device to explain to you how tragic this whole universal century was.
Exactly.
There was no hope. There was no great China. Like, he is the universal century. And for a character to represent a timeline, there was no hope in this timeline. There's nothing peaceful about the timeline. Nothing at all in the slightest. He was the most like, yo, how do you get introduced as probably one of the most human characters in Gundam, and by the end of your last appearance in this series, you are just full on soldier man. Like, Char doesn't know, like his interaction with Belta Tarika, like, you can understand why he was standoffish. Chan is so loving and sweet, and look what he does. He just pushes it off to the side, bro. Over what? Because he gotta do his job again.
And it's sad, man. Because by the end of it all, it just ends in his death being a self-sacrifice that has no recognition. You know? Do people remember the Axis shock? Yes, but Amuro is not considered this major fucking hero.
He's not a hero. He doesn't have any achievements. The only one thing ever that you'll see about Amuro is that Bright and Unicorn has a picture of Amuro during Char's counterattack, of him before he was about to get off the horse and beat the shit out, which still makes no sense.
Which is crazy because Unicorn,
Unicorn as a whole doesn't make any sense. Lapid Spots really undermines what a beautiful tragedy the universal century is.
The Places box just makes Char's dad look like a fucking idiot.
Just a pointless Gundam. Just that's why it ended off short. And yeah, again, what can I possibly say? We could go into detail upon detail about this man, but there was so much potential. For as much as Amuro was accomplished, he could have still been classified as potential, man. He still had so much to offer. He didn't have time. He didn't have time to be anything but something that he was trying to fight all of his life.
He's the entire Gundam ideology wrapped up in one character, right?
He is.
War doesn't create heroes. All it makes is survivors and victims.
Yeah, and then the victors do tell the story. They get to write the end of the story, and like again, they don't talk about this motherfucker again. Like, and shit, when you watch Hathaway's Flash, it's more focused on Char's rebellion more than the actual fact. The only reason why we hear a mention about Amuro because, spoiler alert, Hathaway met Amuro. And he killed Chan. But again, I'm not one of those guys that be like, oh, he did something so crazy. I don't think Chan would want. I don't think Chan would want to live.
Honestly, I see
a life.
What Hathaway went through is he's just another victim of the Gundam cycle. You know what I mean? He's just another victim.
From that moment, he became.
Shit, I might have to watch Hathaway tonight. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
You should.
You really should.
It's been so long since I watched it.
Yeah,
it's so good. It's
fucking
so good.
great.
I know people are tough on it because it's breaking into parts. But if you feel like you can't handle it, go read the book. The novel's been translated.
And even
It's
still
an
with that,
amazing
like the first
story.
movie by itself is enjoyable enough.
It's really
Hathaway
really good.
is
Man.
just like that's new Amuro in a lot of ways. But you know, it's Amuro if he had the basis of this entire war as a backstory prior to any of his life.
Yeah, he's Amuro and Char who did the knowledge.
Yes.
And had the brains of two of smartest characters of the entire series in Bright and Mirai. So he really is he really is supposed to be the golden child, essentially. Naturally, he should be, but boy, what a fate he meets.
And man,
But yeah,
this is
Federation.
really, it really does show you the Federation was never the good motherfuckers. But really, Amuro Ray's story is something that is, to me, it's a story of hopeful sacrifice, not really something that's a tragic inevitability. He is a character that is only reactionary in the beginning, and once he decides to take action, it's calculated. It's for purpose. It's not just to be the hero, not just to be the pilot of the White Devil. It's to fight for ideology or to protect those whose ideologies can't be protected. And damn it,
Yeah.
if Amuro Ray is in a perfect character for it.
It's so amazing. Like him and Char really do complete each other, bro.
They do.
And like, I think somebody who had like really did the knowledge and study, although they do shit on him a lot, Kishimoto really did understand the whole Char and Amuro shit
Yes.
with the Madara.
Char, yeah,
They-
Char and Amuro are Madara and Hashirama all day long.
And then he does the correction with Sasuke and Naruto. And
Yeah.
like I know a ball know when I see it. Like I see it, but at the end, like Amuro is the ultimate new type. We covered the ultimate coordinator. Amuro's the ultimate new type, but he is also a paradox. Number one, he's supposed to be more connected to than any human in the world. This nigga's always lonely. That's number one. He's supposed to be aware of life, sanctity. Number one. He always kills. He's never been on one side. I gotta be peaceful about it. He's not a pacifist
No,
by any means.
at all. And next
Like,
week, you can definitely expect us to get into it heavy, because there's no other way to end this season than to follow up Amuro Ray with
Char,
Roswell
the one that completes him.
himself, Mr. Char Aznavour, Mr. Quasho Regina. You know, there's no better way for us to wrap up the season with him. So make sure y'all tune in next week to get the other half of this entire story.
Listen, yeah, sorry we couldn't give you a 5-hour pod with combined, but again, you're gonna get your Char episode, and you're gonna hear a bit about Amuro. It's impossible to talk about.
You can't have
one and
one
not
without
the
the
other.
other.
There's a lot of things I left out, but because you can't go into depth without covering the other self-proclaimed genius, it's best we wait until the last final roll call for the season to knock everything out the way, because we got a lot to speak about. We got a lot. Like, this is a lot. We talk about Amuro being the heart of the universal century. Talk about the demon of that motherfucker. Just
Easily. But
the
make sure
demon, man.
y'all tune in next
Oh.
week as we get into the red comet, Char Aznavour himself. But as always, man, thank y'all again. Subs line, dubs line. We don't, never have, and never will. We gonna be
The
on the time.
Federation live. Yeah, be on the time. Just remember the Federation lives. Char was lying at times. Amuro was lying to himself, but we never do. Never have.
Y'all be easy, peeps. Catch y'all next time.
You're
惑うことなく世界を変える風に